This is my creative critical reflection for my film Gobsmacking Orange Muncher. The first question is, why is the title named what it is? We name the film opening Gobsmacking because the use of the adjective was a clever and intentional employment of irony to add a humorous touch to the movie's description. Despite the actual plot being quite somber and heart-wrenching, the use of a word that typically connotes something positive and uplifting was strategically selected to create a sense of contrast and intrigue. The initial impression that the audience would have had of the film, that of a light, entertaining movie, providing a temporary escape from the mundane routine of daily life. However, this perception would be quickly shattered as the viewers becomes engrossed in the actual story and the struggles faced by the characters. The film would be more impactful and interesting as the audience would have been initially drawn by the seemingly playful portrayal of the movie, then would become emotionally invested in the deeper themes and messages that were being conveyed. As it captures the viewer's attention and makes them want to know more, the contrast between the initial impression and the reality of the movie's plot adds layer of depth and complexity, making the story more engaging and thought-provoking. The use of irony set up expectations that were quickly subverted that helped create an atmosphere of unpredictability, keeping the audience on their toes and more invested in the narrative. The second question is, why? How do your products use or challenge conventions? The incorporation of sound in our film plays a pivotal role in conveying the story of heartbreak. We carefully selected a jazz song to recreate a melancholic yet calming mood that suits the overall tone of the film. The background music will be a crucial element in emphasizing the emotions of the male lead and the message that the film seeks to communicate. In addition to the music, we're going to include a voiceover of the male lead as he reflects on his past lover. This will provide an insight into the character's thoughts and emotions. The editing of the film will also be a critical component in creating the desired visual impact. The use of the cuts between shots will help to create a seamless transition between scenes and emphasize the connection between the characters. We will also adjust the saturation of certain scenes to highlight the difference between times of day, further adding the visual appeal of the film. Changes in contrast and brightness will be incorporated and enhance the emotional resonance of the scenes, immersing the viewer in the character's experiences. To ensure that the film fits within the 2-minute time frame, we probably are going to have to modify some of the scenes. This will convey the story's message while remaining true to the film's overall tone and style. The next question is, how will social groups or issues and how are they represented in your genre? The film centers around a teenage boy who bravely confronts his emotions openly and expresses infatuation with this girl that he is no longer with. Through intimate and personal clips of the protagonist, we aim to emphasize the deep connection and closeness he shares with his former love interest. Since his former love interest really loved oranges, he carries the oranges around because it reminds him of her. By openly admitting to his feelings, he shatters the societal norm that associates masculinity with suppressing emotions. Our goal is to present a powerful film that human emotion should be embraced and celebrated, regardless of gender. We want to showcase that vulnerability is a strength that not many possesses. In today's society, fragile masculinity is normalized and genuine feelings have been cast aside. Our film seeks to subvert this notion by demonstrating that embracing emotions is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to one's courage and authenticity. We believe that pain and heartbreak are inevitable aspects of human experience, and we want to convey the idea that these emotions do not have to be a negative experience. They serve as a reminder that we are alive and capable of loving and being loved. In this opening film, we aim to highlight the importance of expressing emotions as one of the most crucial traits that separate humans from other species. We believe that being able to express ourselves is what makes us human, and that the ability to connect with others emotionally is a defining aspect of humanity. By telling a story that captures the essence of human experience, we hope to inspire our audience to embrace their emotions fully and encourage others to do the same. The next question is, how do your products engage with the audience, and how would they be distributed as real media products? One of the main ways that my product seeks to engage with audiences is by portraying a character that is often overlooked and misrepresented in mainstream media. Black teenage males are rarely depicted as vulnerable or emotional, and my film seeks to challenge this stereotype by presenting a character who is not afraid to express his feelings and emotions, by representing this group in a way that is authentic and relatable. My film aims to give a voice to those who may feel misunderstood or marginalized. This can have a significant impact on young adolescents who are close in age to the male lead, as they see themselves reflected on screen and feel seen and understood. However, this representation is not just limited to the target audience. By promoting empathy and understanding among audiences who may not have shared the same experiences, the film has the potential to bridge the gap between different communities and promote a greater sense of understanding and unity. This is important in today's society, where issues of identity and representation are at the forefront of many discussions. We're going to distribute this film as a media text, as a real media text, and a multi-pronged strategy is necessary to reach a wide audience. One of the first steps in promoting the film is through social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. By creating an engaging content, such as trailers, behind-the-scenes footage, and interviews with the cast and crew, we can create excitement around the film and reach a wider audience. Targeted advertising is another effective strategy to reach the intended audience. By placing ads on websites and apps that cater to our audience, and such as music streaming platforms or video game websites, we can reach more audience and generate interest in film. Finally, releasing the film on digital platforms such as Hulu or Netflix can make the film more widely available and accessible to a larger audience. This can help create visibility and generate interest in the film. Overall, my product has the potential to connect with audiences on a personal level and promote important discussions about masculinity and emotions. By challenging stereotypes and promoting greater understanding and empathy, the film can have a positive impact on society and spark important conversations about representation and identity. Next question is, how did your production skills develop throughout this project? As I did this project, It has equipped me with numerous skills that are valuable for my future projects. One of the most significant skills that I developed is the ability to collaborate with other people and communicate my vision clearly. I learned that the importance of being flexible and adaptable is pretty amazing to achieve my goals. I also gained a deeper understanding of the significance of planning and attention to detail when it comes to storytelling, as leaving too much to the imagination may not always translate well. This experience has helped me, and I am confident that the lessons I have learned will carry forward into my future work. Since I have directed the film with the help of my partner, I have understood what is the perfect shot and lighting that goes with that shot. I also am the one that edited the opening and learned more about the Premiere Pro app than I have ever before, and now can use these skills to edit my other projects. Now I appreciate the power of drawing upon sources outside my own experiences and create a meaningful, authentic story. This is the importance of empathy and the value of stepping out of one's comfort zone is in order to grow as a good storyteller. The next question is, how did you integrate technologies in this project? We used our phones for the openings, and we also used various props such as cutting board, oranges, and a knife to enhance the visual appeal of the scene. Additionally, we had to be mindful of the lighting and the position of the sun throughout the day to ensure that we captured the shots we needed with the right lighting and angles. Using our phones as cameras presented both advantages and challenges. The convenience of having a camera readily available allowed us to capture footage at any moment, but the quality of the footage was not always consistent. We had to be careful to ensure that the angles and lighting were appropriate to make the footage look as professional as possible. The process of editing the film was also a new challenge for me. I had to learn how to use the editing software and understand how to piece together the footage and tell a story. This required a significant investment of time, but the final product was worth it. The editing process allowed me to enhance the footage we captured and add special effects to create a more impactful story. Making this film has taught me several valuable lessons. I learned the importance of being resourceful and adaptable, particularly when it comes to creative endeavors such as filmmaking. This experience has expanded my skill set and gave me a greater appreciation in creating filming. This film opening was also inspired by the film Chunking Express. The entire story of the policeman who ate a can of pineapple every day for a month of May, waiting for this girl has to come back for him. He was waiting every day until his birthday because he decided she would be back by that day. I took inspiration from the pineapple concept and shifted the story plot from the pineapple to oranges to fit the vibe in my film opening. So the similarity between the both Heartbroken Males and Fruit concept ties both films together. Wong Kar-wai was skilled in showing emotions on the screen, which is why I felt inspired to follow this creative idea. I also watched Falling Angels from Wong Kar-wai, and it also really helped me think of the thought process through the film opening.